Grace and peace, y'all. Okay, this video is going to be for my divine feminine. Why? Because we have somehow forgotten the power that we hold as women, and we are allowing ourselves to give up all of that power for the sake of some likes, some comfortability, having some attention, and some half-hearted validation. So it's time for us to correct that, and we're going to start with this video right here. Now, before I get into this video, make sure you follow, make sure you like, and you comment, and then most importantly, you share it with your closest bestie. Now, to get started, we as women were stripped of our power very early in the game. In the rise of patriarchal empires, what they did was they needed to diminish the feminine in order to do so. It was easily done, especially when you can come with the argument of Adam was created first, Eve came second, which made you feel subservient to the masculine energy, which is not true. Because remember, God doesn't work on the times that we do. Remember, the first shall be last, the last shall be first. God already had a plan. So even though Adam came first, it doesn't mean that the feminine would not come and that she would be subservient to him. To quickly clear up that argument, the man was supposed to sow the seeds and the female was supposed to cultivate and grow it. Which one is more important, the sowing or the cultivating? Neither. They work in unison. They work together. Now, God has tried to wake us up to a lot of these dynamics so we can understand that the man and the woman are supposed to work together. Quick little sayings like happy wife, happy life, things like that. Why? Because when a woman's empowered, when she is happy, when she is comfortable, she is settled, and she is stable, she now has a power that most men don't even know she has. Now, what needs to be understood is that women are here to be the life bringers. We give birth to the world. So when a woman is happy, whole, and healthy, she not only is going to give birth to your children, she's going to also give birth to your dreams. Now, with that said, this is where the power dynamic really comes from when it comes to a woman. A woman's energy naturally will cultivate and raise up a masculine's energy. Why? She was born to do this. A healthy, whole, and happy woman's energy is pure gold and pure magic. Not only is she going to cultivate everything around her to grow within beauty, she is going to transfer her own energy into her masculine, which is going to allow him to use it to give birth to his dreams. Now, going back to diminish your feminine culture, when you take the power from the woman and make them feel like they have no value in this world, what actually happens is they stop remembering how to do this thing. She can't feel whole if you make her feel like she's second best or an option. She can't feel happy if when she comes to you, you make her feel like she's not loved. And she definitely can't feel healthy if she doesn't know how to take care of herself in a way that can allow her to bloom. This now will show up as a depletion in her feminine sovereignty. This is a key element when it comes to a woman's natural being. We run on energy. We run on intuitive ability. A woman needs to be close to God and know herself in order for her to be able to cultivate this gift. Now, please understand, this is not saying that this only comes from the way she is treated within relationships. It comes from the patriarchal rise. So not only is it the relationships that cause the issues when they are disconnected, but it is her connection to her father, her mother's connection to her father, the way her mother believes a man's energy should be portrayed within the household, and how she is taught to act around it. All of this plays a very key role in how she was going to view herself and how she can get to that point of having her utmost sovereign energy. Now, when she doesn't find this energetic bridge within herself, her energy stays on low. Now, having low energy doesn't quite do the trick. And this is where it comes to having men who are very disconnected. A man can sense a woman with high sovereignty. So when a woman does not have it, i.e. insecurities, i.e. feeling unsure, uncertain, feeling very vulnerable all the time, they tend to feel like they need the rest of that makeup for that feminine energy. So what do? They find other feminines to get the other half of the energy. Now, keep in mind, God gives us tools. We say it all the time. Women seem to always know when her masculine energy is not in place properly. And this is very much true. Why? Because when another feminine enters her masculine state and she is attempting to take her place, she's not looking at that masculine because of what he has. She's looking at the energy he is wearing, which is actually his feminine's, not his. So actually, the other woman who's half broken as well is seeking to fill herself up from the other woman's energy. So now you got an energetic tug going. And guess what? We can feel the tug. We know when someone else is tapping into our energy. That's how come we always seem to know whenever the man is stepping out. Isn't that wild? Now, none of this is being said to blame anybody. Now, granted, remember, if the masculine was taught that that's how he feels his emptiness, he's going to do so. And if the woman was taught that she's only half full, guess what? She's going to do so as well. So the disconnect is not in the behaviors of both parties. The disconnect is the education of how to get to the place. Now, I'm going to get straight to the point. Can this be corrected? It 100% can be. As a woman who understands having her energetic sovereignty depleted by a masculine energy, I now know that that is something that can be refilled. It is going to take time, and unfortunately for a lot of y'all, it's going to take a lot of celibacy. But nonetheless, this is how you create wholeness within yourself. So you're going to have to keep them legs closed for a bit while you learn who you are and get connected. So it's going to be a 4-step process, and those processes are going to take a bit. You're going to have to rebuild your worth. You're going to have to reconnect to your source. You're going to have to fix your health 100%. And then you're also going to have to learn who you truly are, not what the world is projecting you to be, but who you really are to your core. Now, I'm going to end this video right here, but make sure you follow him, because I'm definitely going to follow this up with the masculine's perspective and how to fix that, as well as the disconnected idea of harems. Okay? Let's get into this conversation. Love and light, y'all, and peace.